Okay, thank you, Wendy. Now that we've finished the introduction, let's see our learning objectives for today. Firstly, we'll go through a brief introduction. After that, we will examine how benefits realization management and governance influence project success. Then I will get to the main points of this webinar, that are the concepts of how benefits realization management practice are instrumental for organizations in linking project success with business success. And at the end, I will present the reference cited in the slides and links for the download of additional resources. And then I should have time to answer some questions from the audience. The objective of this presentation is to provide you with a brief summary of recent research that has found effective project governance, improving project success, both directly and through an enhanced benefit management process. Additionally, it found the most effective project governance and benefit management practice for improving project success. So in the following two sections, the presentation will explain the research results and then focus on how effective project governance enhances project success and enables the realization of strategic objectives through projects. So before we start, I'll give you some of my research background so that you understand how we got here. My research about benefits realization management started in the University of Warwick when I was studying to get my second master's degree in 2011-12. It resulted in a paper that won the Postgraduate Student Award, awarded by the APM Benefits Management SIG here in the UK. And I had articles published by the International Journal of Project Management and presented at the PMI Global Congress EMEA in 2015. Later, I was invited to take part in a research group composed by some of the top specialists in benefits realization management. We did two research projects together that led to the publication of one article and the submission of a second article that's currently under review. In parallel, I've been invited to co-supervise a research project that was an expansion of my research to include governance. It ended up confirming my research results and having relevant additional findings regarding project governance. We have an article published last year by the International Journal of Project Management. In parallel, I had my book published in the end of 2016. It describes in details and with examples all the techniques that we are going to talk about today. But before we start talking about our main topic, I'd like to point out that more than having a lot of research going on at the moment, there are also several organizations applying benefits realization management in their day-to-day work. On your screen, you see just a few of those. All those have case studies published online that you can easily find by searching for benefits realization management case studies on Google. You can see that organizations from a variety of sectors are already benefiting from those practices and publishing some of the good results achieved. So before we get into the how governance and benefits realization management can help on project success and business success, I will go through 5 key benefits realization management principles that are: benefits are improvements, benefits add value to the business, benefits realization is manageable, benefits are key components of project success, and benefits management and project governance have a complementary role in improving project success. To quickly go through the 5 principles, Let us start by reviewing the meaning of benefits. If you ask me to identify a single word that's a synonym to benefits, I will straight away say improvement. It's, in my view, the best word. There are a number of slightly different definitions for benefits, and I particularly like the one from the British Association for Project Management, which tells us that a benefit is the quantifiable and measurable improvement resulting from completion of deliverables that's perceived as positive by a stakeholder. It will normally have tangible value expressed in monetary terms that will justify the investment. In a very similar way, PMI in its standard for program management describes benefit as a result of actions and behaviors that, the gains and assets realized by the organization and other stakeholders as a result of outcomes delivered by the program. Some benefits are relatively certain, easily quantifiable, and may include concrete or finite conditions, such as the achievement of an organization's financial objectives or the creation of a physical product or service for consumption or utility. Other benefits may be less quantifiable and may produce somewhat certain outcomes. So as you see, both definitions are very similar. And in general terms, we can understand that benefits are a result of some type of action that generates value that should ideally be quantifiable. Since such value is created mainly by delivering improvements to the organization or to external clients, I recommend we use improvement as a synonym. But what do the benefits add to the business in terms of value? So, in summary, the business strategy sets the path from a current value to the desired future value of the business. This path from current to future involves a series of changes. Each change is expected to produce benefits. The combination of all benefits will fill the value gap, moving the business from the current to the desired value. At this point, you could say, okay, but what has project management and project governance to do with all that? Well, as you probably know, project management is widely recognized as the best set of practices to manage change. So it can support the management of the journey from current to desired value. We start this journey by having projects delivering outputs. These create outcomes which prepare operations to realize benefits. All this happens under a governance structure and governance process that ensure keeping the projects in the correct route throughout the entire journey, and therefore ensure the achievement of the organizational objectives. And now the question is about governance. Where does governance come into place? Governance must ensure the smooth transition of outputs and outcomes from projects and programs into business as usual operations. It happens because the benefits realization usually doesn't happen within the project life cycle. A benefits realization life cycle crosses the boundaries of the program and project delivery process by starting way before and closing only after complete realization of the expected benefits and the embedment of the change into the day-to-day business. It is also important to note that benefits realization happening mostly after project closure. Having its emphasis then out of the traditional focus on benefits realization that's part of the scope of programs and projects. Only by ensuring the continuity of benefits realization after the end of projects and programs, the governance board will